Welcome to our show. Let's talk real estate. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. Let's talk real estate. This is Sam Khangura, broker of record, Royal LePage Platinum Realty, and today we do have a special guest, Mr. Jay. So Jay, he's a top producer working in Greater Toronto area. Jay, welcome to our show.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for having me with you.
And Jay, we'll talk about today buying a home, especially for first-time home buyers.
Yep.
So we all know buying a home is one of the biggest financial investment for most of us. And especially if it is first time you're buying your home, you need to have a lot of preparation.
Yes.
So what are the main steps in purchasing a home?
Well, let me explain the first-time home buying process in a flowchart. And if you are a first-time home buyer, it can be a very overwhelming process for you. I would say first step is securing a mortgage.
Okay.
Then second step in this process, Sam, would be finding a perfect firm that matches your family requirement, your budget, and your lifestyle. And third step, Sam, it would be securing that home through an experienced realtor who is working full-time in that area, who know the area, who know what kind of homes appreciate and what suits your lifestyle. And final step would be closing that home and shifting to your dream home with that realtor.
Okay. Yeah, so that's exactly right. So you mentioned the very first step is securing a mortgage.
Yes.
Over my career, and you have seen as well, if you haven't prepared your mortgage upfront, so many times people, they end up losing a lot of money.
Yes.
So it goes like in big numbers, sometimes 50 to 100,000 as well.
Yes. So, I mean, working on your mortgage is a stepwise process.
Okay.
First of all, when you start thinking of buying your first home, I would say that you focus on your credit score. First thing, it should be in the range of 700 at least, and there should not be any mispayments or collection in your credit score.
Okay.
Second step is, what is your gross yearly income of your household? That plays a very vital role in determining what kind of mortgage you can secure. Generally, a thumb rule is whatever your yearly gross household income is, you can secure 4 to 4.5 times of that yearly gross household income.
Okay.
So these things will determine what kind of mortgage you can qualify. Third thing in the process of mortgage would be contacting your banker or a qualified mortgage broker who can help you prepare your file and getting you approved.
So the very first thing is that you should have good credit score.
Yes.
And second is income.
Yes.
And what is included in the income?
Well, income is if you are salaried employed, how much you make yearly. Then if you are doing something on site and that can be documented, that's also included in your income. And if you are looking to buy a property which will have a rentable basement, that can also be included in the gross income. And there are some benefits that are provided to families if you have kids. So child tax benefits is also included in your income.
Yeah, because so many times we don't know. Let's say I'm making 40,000-50,000 on payroll, and plus I'm doing something on the side. Let's say I'm a contractor and I'm a handyman and I'm doing it from long time, and I can show that income as well.
Well, that, as I said, if that can be documented with the help of the person you are working with or company you are working with, that can be included.
So many times we think that I'm not qualified, but actually if you include all these things, you will be qualified. And you, instead of going with any trust company or going to B or C lenders, you can get the mortgage from a lender. And it's gonna save in long run.
Well, different banks have different programs. Some banks have more favorable program for self-employed. Some banks have more program for salaried people. So you need to contact a very qualified mortgage broker who can guide you and direct you accordingly.
And the down payment for first-time home buyers, 5%, is that right?
Well, that's partially true. People comes to me and call me, hey, I want to buy a first home worth $1 million for 5% down. That's not correct. You can only secure with 5% down a property which is worth 500,000. Right? And your income should qualify that 500,000. Anything above that is 10%. So if you average out, it is 7.5% down up to 1 million of property. But again, your income should support that down payment.
So what it means, before even I go out, look at the homes, very first thing is I need to make sure that how much down payment I need and how much money bank will give it to me.
Well, let me explain a very simple statement to my first-time homebuyer friends. If you are preparing to buy your first home, basic underwriting you can do at home. One thing, look at your credit. It should be in the range of 700. Second thing, calculate your yearly gross household income, and anything that is within 4 to 5 times of that income, that kind of property you can go for.
Okay, and do you help your clients to go through this process?
Well, yeah, whenever we meet for the first time, our meeting is not to show them the properties they can buy.
Okay.
My basic first time appointment is always to educate my buyers that what kind of properties they can buy, what kind of properties they will qualify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have figured out that was the maximum price range they can go for.
Yeah.
And based on this price, they're gonna start looking for the homes, right?
Well, then comes the role of a real estate agent. I will always advise my first-time home buyer, because their knowledge level is limited to their perception that what they want to buy. They need to work with a qualified realtor who is working in that area for quite some time, who has a history of securing good deals for their buyer, history of selling homes for their sellers, and who know the area, who know what areas will appreciate in future, and start working with that kind of realtor and secure the home.
So it's not, Jay, like it is not that you can go on MLS search for the properties, right?
Well, you can do, you can satisfy your eyes, going to MLS and looking at the properties, but it doesn't mean you can secure those properties.
And all the homes which are up for sale, you can find it on MLS?
Not exactly. Some are exclusive listings, some are private sales, some are bank foreclosures, Not everything is advertised in that manner that you think on MLS.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And how many homes a first-time buyer should see before they finalize the home which is good for them?
Well, I think first of all, we need to write down our lifestyle and your family requirement. Basis on that, and then after consulting your mortgage broker or your banker, you know what kind of budget you qualify, what kind of house you need. It will narrow down your search and help you see those properties which you should buy and which you can buy.
Okay.
And I guess before going out for looking at properties with your real estate agent, this thing should be with you, what you can buy and what you should buy according to your lifestyle and your family requirement. I would say 20 to 25 properties over a period of 1 month are a decent number to choose what kind of home suits you.
Okay, perfect. And now we go to the third step, that we have found a perfect home which is good for us. And what's the next step? How we can secure that property?
Well, again, I would say this is where role of a qualified real estate agent comes in place. He will help you drafting an offer for that property. He will tell you what conditions to include. He will work in best interest of you if he know the area, the property, and your budget.
Okay. So is it simple process that I have like this house and you have prepared the offer and you're going to give it to the seller, they're going to accept it, or something else is involved in it as well?
Well, I would say that if you are serious about a property, that this is the property that matches most of your numbers and your requirements, then I would say you should first run a home inspection with the permission of seller. It will make you stand out in eyes of the seller because you are doing home inspection before putting an offer. It will make your offer more stronger. Your pre-approval should be in your hand in terms of your mortgage. And you should have done that home inspection that you are going to do with a qualified home inspector, because it will give you peace of mind. Then you can draft an offer with the help of your realtor and put conditions that favors your interest.
Okay. So I like the way you do the things, Jay. Like the other day I was looking at you, after home inspection, you were preparing a budget. So like you guys were doing calculations that in home inspection report says that after 3 years they have to replace the roof. Within 3 to 5 years they have to change the furnace. Then you are doing those calculations. Is that mandatory?
I mean, it's not mandatory, but I would say a qualified realtor, a person who know he is working for his buyers, he need to give them a rough idea that this can be a future course of expenses that might come to you. Or basis on inspection, you can again negotiate with your seller that, listen, this furnace need to be replaced and we are okay with the offer, but only if you replace the furnace before closing.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And now after home inspection, we got the mortgage, everything is done. Now the next step is the closing.
Yeah.
So is it a simple thing just to go to the lawyer's office, sign, or something else is involved?
Well, if you are a buyer who is buying a home for second time, third time, fourth time in this country, it can be a pretty simple process for you. But if you are a first time home buyer, it is a very emotional day for you because you are getting keys for your house that day. And you need to hire a qualified lawyer who will do closing, who will protect your interest during closing day. And this day, I would say your realtor should be with you for your moral support.
Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. And after closing, they got the keys. And Jay, like, what kind of services you give to your clients even after the closing?
Well, this is more of a personal plus professional, I would say, touch that I do. I generally visit my clients up to 3 months, once they move in, like, is everything is going good? If some work is needed, helping them with reference of some contractors, right? And if they want to add something in that property. So you should always be a one-stop solution for your client who can provide them solutions.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And the very first thing, let's like if I'm a first-time home buyer, and Jay, like, would you help me that which bank should I go, and or do you have list of banks from where I can get mortgage pre-approval and
Well, I work with different mortgage brokers and bankers who work with different banks. So basis on the profile of a client, I direct them to a broker or a banker that will, help them getting approved from the bank they want. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. So you will give the reference of the bankers, and then you will find perfect home for them.
I follow the protocol. I generally give 3 references.
Okay.
I generally give 3 references of a broker or a banker, that these are 3 people I trust and I have worked in the past.
Yeah. Okay.
And please discuss your profile, and basis on this, they will provide you a solution.
Okay. And in this process, like you're doing a lot of work, how much money someone has to pay to you upfront to retain your services?
Well, as a buyer representative, I don't charge no fees from my buyers. The only fees that we charge is from seller, and our consultation is free of cost. All the consultation ranging from giving them a basic understanding of how home buying process work, then taking them to different mortgage brokers and bankers, and connecting with them home inspectors and everything, connecting with them some contractors they want. Everything is free of charge.
Okay. And Jay, like, let's say I have contacted you and you have helped me to get the pre-approval for the mortgage. Now you have shown me the properties and we have spent 2 months. And now due to some reason, I have changed my mind that I don't want to buy. So what happens then? Is there any obligation on me that I must buy?
No, that's never an obligation. It's always a mutual respectful relationship between a buyer and a sales representative. And things happen in the life, people change their decision, people have to reschedule their decision, So we respect it, we stay in touch, and we keep on evaluating their situation. And then when the right time comes, we will get them home.
Okay. And Jay, like, if some of our listeners, they want to contact you, what is your contact information, how they can call you?
Well, I would say my first-time homebuyer friends in Brampton, Mississauga, Cambridge, Waterloo, Kitchener, Hamilton area, they can contact me at 647-979-0029, and I promise you, I will make your home buying journey faster, easier, and smoother. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thanks a lot. So, well, if you are thinking to purchase a home, it's not as simple as sometimes we think about it. If you are thinking, you should contact Jay. He is an experienced realtor, and he will help to find a perfect home, will help you to get the best financing, will secure that property. Sometimes if realtor is not an expert, even though you're willing to pay the price, but still we don't get the property. And not only up till closing, even after closing, any kind of help, any home improvements, renovations, he's there always.
So Sam, you asked me a lot of questions, and I guess I answered most of questions what my first-time home buyers will, will learn from or may understand better the process. So one question I want to ask you from our realtor side. So what is a advice that you want to give to new realtors or experienced realtors both working in current market conditions?
Well, Jay, my advice to the realtors, experienced or new realtors, is in our field, we do have pretty big responsibility. Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest financial investment for most of our clients. Take it very seriously. Explore all the options available for them and make sure that you are buying a home for yourself and you're helping them out. And if you work for them, you will never have be shortage of clients. So thanks again, Jay, for coming and sharing your information expertise. And I wish you good luck, and you should help at least double the number of families what you did in last year.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks for best wishes. And I will try my level best to accomplish.
Thank you.